Spencer, it's finished Farnborough 3, Sutton United 1. What did you make of our third pre-season friendly?
I thought it was a really good workout. I thought it was fairly much as close as a National League game as you're going to get. There was a little bit on it. It was tough. Obviously, it went very well for us, but not that means very much. But yeah, loads of positives. One negative, obviously, with Ben Mason. We just keep our fingers crossed. But thanks to everyone, Sutton coming down. They just hit a 4-0 on Tuesday night against another National South side. So, look, got to be pleased. Very early days, we've got another month to go. But very, very good signs, no doubt. And, with the exception of Ben Mason, no other injuries.
And how are you feeling about the progress made so far? Obviously, we're a couple of weeks into pre-season now.
I think it's been a sort of cliche pre-season. It's very early into it. We had some bright moments at Cobham. I felt we underwhelmed on Tuesday night. I felt we were a little bit under par and didn't really thought perhaps there was a bit of a hangover from we're a really good side, and we mixed it up a lot on Tuesday night, and I think we've bounced back quite well today. So look, it's about minutes into legs, it's about growing, it's all the cliches, and obviously really pleased to get back at home. Place is looking fabulous, decent attendance for a pre-season game, and yeah, look, we're enjoying winning. We were in fantastic form from February, and we want to take that forward. We played some really good football. I thought we deserved to win the game, if that means anything. And that's very pleasing, as I said. So overall, it's one of those good bits, bad bits, getting fitter, enjoying ourselves. No one particularly loves pre-season though, so it all builds towards August the 10th.
And just on the players, how pleased were you to keep the core of last season's successful team?
Yeah, look, I mean, most managers will tell you that the off-season for us is horrific. The first month after the season ended for me was particularly awful. I hated pretty much every minute of it. It was tough. Yeah, it's the time of the year that the players get very insular. It's all about them, and it's been tough. And I had to have some really tough conversations with some lads. Obviously it's no surprise that clubs come in for our players, and we're relatively towards the bottom of the pile financially. But I'm delighted we've kept the vast majority, which is obviously a plus with the form that we were in. I believe we've strengthened. I think. Anyone who's come to see us for the first time today, or even in the other pre-season games, we've got some real quality here as well to add. Delighted that players come back. Mason, Bloomfield, obviously Ben Mason as well, and Taylor's come back in on a loan. So we're strong. We've got a good chunk of trialists. We desperately need another striker. We're obviously looking at Hish from the injury perspective. We all love Hish, but he's got to prove he can be fully fit and can take a whack, and he's been through a really terrible time on the injuries. David Bramang's somebody I've been after for some time, but he's had a terrible injury history, so we're continuing to look at him. Young Alfie Pendlebury's done well. We look at people. Connor Miller's, I'm really delighted he got his goal. The keeper's made a great one-on-one save from him on his left foot as well. So look, there's a long way to go. We don't really have any room financially for anybody else. We're still looking, of course. We're talking to clubs about maybe a loan as well, but look, I'm delighted to keep the bulk of the lads because it's a great place to start from. And, we've got a lot of work still to do. There's no doubt about it. It was a big step up today and we passed the test. But I said none of it counts if you don't start the season well. But as I said, we can move forward with lots of positivity. Place is looking great. The club's in a fabulous place. Sponsors coming in, I understand. I think really good season ticket sales. So, yeah, it's a really positive place, obviously backed up with England hopefully tomorrow night, so everyone's enjoying their football again, and we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah. And as you said, you've added some experienced players to the team. How vital are they going to be for the season ahead?
Experience is always crucial. Look, we always have to take lads that have got a bit of a story, because financially we can't compete. Josh Casey, what a guy he was. I met him for a coffee, and I think in 2 minutes he said to me, look, I'm going to sign for you, which is going to kill me financially, because I live literally 2 minutes away, and it works for his lifestyle. So he's come in, so we've benefited from that, which is wonderful. Obviously, Manny's had really horrible injury times the last couple of years, so we've had to look at that situation. So, and we've taken a fantastic loan again from Wickham in Taylor Clark, who's already grown in size and stature, I think, from the last time the Farnborough fans saw him. So, look, experience is crucial, and we're really delighted with what we've got. We have to fight hard to get players in. I'm constantly arguing with players literally over the last sort of 10, 20 pounds, which is tough, but it's the way we are. But I also have to say, 2-year deal on Ollie Pendlebury. I mean, he's become our most expensive player. 2-year deal, first time we've done that, certainly in my long time I've been here. And, we have to do these things. We have to keep growing. We have to keep the club going in the right direction. Otherwise, this division is, with lots of full-time sides and even more hybrid sides, we've got to keep up. And, I spoke to the directors and they backed the situation, and, we've given him a 2-year deal, which is a fantastic sign of intent. So, we're really, really pleased. It's very early days, and as we say, keep using all the cliches. But look, it's a good start. Said fingers crossed we'll wake up tomorrow and the news on Ben isn't too bad after the terrible time he had last year, and we'll look forward to training and a behind closed doors mini game this week before we welcome our neighbours Hartley here next Saturday.
Yeah. And away from pre-season, we had the fixtures released the other day. Can I get your thoughts on them? We start at Chippenham Town.
You've got to play everybody home and away. Look, I'm sort of more gutted for the club on the non-league day. I think we've had one in 10 years. Or 1 in 14 years. Really harsh, isn't it? I mean, it's just, come on. I spent a long time speaking to the National League about it, emailed it. We don't get it again, away again first. Truro on a Tuesday night, but I understand it. There's a lot of teams that are away from the south. Generally, I think it's okay. You've got to play everyone twice. Just got to get on it. Chippenham away, really good footballing side. We always have really good games with them, to be honest, home and away. Tough place to go, but where isn't? I mean, I remember thinking on the morning, who do I want? And I really couldn't think of who you really did want. I'm delighted Torquay at home, first game. That's a really exciting one for the fans. And I'm delighted that we are going to get to Torquay on a Saturday this year, so that our fans in numbers can go there, because they really missed out. It's a great place to go. And I'm really glad the club has turned their financial fortunes about, and great manager down there now, and great place. So it's a great division. Obviously there'll be big favourites for it. Clubs, 5, 6, 7, 8 times our budget, but we've got to enjoy it. We're in a great place, and fixtures are the fixtures, and we'll look forward to them. Home Boxing Day is a good one. Away to Bath on New Year's Day. I'm not quite sure how that one came out, but as I said at the start there, we've got to play everybody twice. So in a lot of ways, can't wait for August the 10th.
And just finally, what's your plan for next week? So we've got a behind closed doors friendly before we play Hartley back here next Saturday.
Yeah, I feel that we've got a lot of trialists, a lot of people, players like Hish that we haven't signed because he needs to prove his fitness, and Bramang, same situation, and lads like Alfie Pendlebury, we need to give a lot of minutes to. It's not really fair on them just to give them 30s and 45s, and Alfie didn't get on today, so they're going to play I'm hoping it's only going to be about a 75-minute behind closed doors. Really is a training game. So we'll play that to give them minutes, give them more chance to get fit, to try and earn these last couple of spots that we do have. A lot of our lads won't play. They'll just train as normal. And then as I said, it's important for our fans that, Hartley Whitney, our neighbours who had a fantastic sort of decade, and it's a big day. I think we're having the ladies here as well. It's a great day for the club, so I hope lots of people can come in next Saturday. You can see we've got a really good side. We're excited for the season again, and hopefully we'll all be here next Saturday, and England will be European champions. So who knows?
Fingers crossed. Thanks, Spencer, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thanks a lot, Dom.